日本の国際協力の中で大きなウェイトを占めてきたのが社会基盤の整備です。とりわけ東アジアの地域では交通や電力といった社会基盤の整備が地域の経済成長をサポートしてきました。
Japan places special emphasis on cooperating through the provision of basic infrastructure by improving roads and ports, for example. This road, running through the Indochina Peninsula, connects Vietnam and Cambodia. It's called the Asian Highway. Japan is supporting efforts by several Asian countries to extend this great highway all the way to Turkey and Europe. Highway repairs are making steady progress. An elderly man looks on.
この道路昔はずいぶんひどかったんだそうですね。
lờiនឹងថាពីដើមពិបាកលើនឹងពិបាកណាស់បាទគល់ពុកតែគ្នាព្រោះកម្រណាកើតមកនឹងវាចិត្តតែ3ហើយវាចង់ឃើញគេធ្វើអញ្ចឹងឃើញតែទាំងស្មាមិនហើយគេធ្វើនេះវាដល់ថ្ងៃអនាគតប្រទេសកម្ពុជាមួយទាំងមូលរងរឿងគេណាណៃហើយនេះហើយទាំងដល់គេធ្វើហ្នឹងចាំមើលធ្វើល្អប៉ុណ្ណាហើយដល់មើលអញ្ចឹងចង់ដឹងពេកបាទជាមកអង្គុយមើលហ្នឹង
Since 1994, Japan has also supported repair work on the stretch of the Asian Highway connecting Laos and Cambodia. On the island of Java in Indonesia is the Brantas River, which flows for 320 kilometers. It used to be a menace because it caused frequent flooding. Japan supported a comprehensive Brantas River development program for several decades. Facilities for flood control, irrigation and hydroelectric power were constructed. The program transformed the area into one of Indonesia's leading rice cultivation zones. By 1989, this area was accounting for 40% of Indonesia's total rice output. The transfer of cutting-edge Japanese technology goes hand in hand with the provision of basic infrastructure. Japanese aid made possible this sewerage treatment plant in Beijing. Until the plant was built, more than 90% of the city's wastewater, including household effluent, was dumped into rivers untreated. The effect on the environment was severe. This facility includes Beijing's first secondary treatment and sludge disposal plants. It can handle 20% of the city's wastewater. Now the water quality is much better, not only in Beijing, but also in cities downstream, like Tianjin. This is not simply an example of basic infrastructure. As the treated sludge is dried and used to make fertilizer, Japan's advanced technology is introduced at the same time.
社会基盤を整備し、それを維持管理していくのはその国の人々です。日本は社会基盤の整備を資金面から支援するだけでなく、同時にそれを担う人材の育成にも力を入れようとしてきました。
A 1,000 riel note from Cambodia. Worth approximately 25 yen, it's a common sight for the general population. Pictured on the note is a bridge built across a national highway by Japanese and Cambodian engineers working together. They can be seen hard at work. This note celebrates the success of Japanese-style ODA, as well as the completion of the bridge. Cambodia in the 1960s. The capital, Phnom Penh, was a busy, cheerful place. There was no cloud to suggest that the Vietnam War would trigger one at home in just a few years. In 1963, during that period of peace, a bridge linked the city to the northeastern farming districts. Because Japan had cooperated in its construction, it was called Nihonbashi, the Japan Bridge. But in 1972, during the Vietnam War, it was destroyed by airstrikes. For over 20 years, the bridge remained out of commission. In September 1992, a decision was made for Japan to provide grant aid to rebuild the bridge. Engineers from Japan and Cambodian army engineers worked together on the reconstruction. As part of this process, skills and knowledge were transferred to Cambodia. Of the total span of 709 meters, 265 meters in the middle had been destroyed. As soon as the civil engineers started work, they ran into a problem. The bridge piers had to be built up above the waterline before the rainy season came in June of the following year. They had only 6 months to get the work done. The Cambodians lacked the necessary technology, and the transfer of technology from Japan was far from complete, so progress was slow being made. Worse still, the Japanese style of working day and night in order to make up for lost time caused friction with the Cambodians. The on-site Japanese foreman demonstrated how to weld. The Cambodians watched closely and began to master this skill. This proved to be a turning point. The workers began forming closer bonds through social gatherings, and their newfound trust formed a solid basis for smooth progress. The work hit many obstacles, but by September 1993, the bridge was back in operation after a gap of 20 years. The work had taken just a little over a year. In February of the following year, 1994, a ceremony was held to open the Japan Bridge. Many people crossed over it. They looked delighted. Among them were some of the Japanese and Cambodian engineers. The Japan Bridge was once again able to contribute as a cornerstone in the development of the Cambodian transport network. Later, Japan also helped to build link roads connecting to the bridge, in collaboration with Cambodian engineers who had acquired skills by working on the Japan Bridge.
こうした人材育成の重視は資源に恵まれていない日本の経験に基づくものです。人づくりは社会基盤整備と並ぶ日本の国際協力の大きな柱と位置づけられています。
Human resources development requires long-term commitment. Let's look at the case of one Asian university that has built a strong reputation. This is the final of the robot contest in 2000. 20 universities from around the world entered robots they had made. In the final, King Mongkut's University of Thailand was up against a Japanese university.
Ready, set, go!
長岡です。青坂でも落としている。グランドスラム達成。37秒キックボックス福岡大学初優勝。
優勝は
モングット工科大学
The champion is King Mongut's Institute of Technology.
ที่คาดไว้น่าจะดีกว่านี้ครับ
一生懸命練習してきたので優勝できて嬉しいです
This was the culmination of a careful process that had taken 40 years. Finally, Thai technology had caught up with and surpassed that of Japan. In 1960, the governments of Japan and Thailand had agreed to set up a telecommunications training center. This later became King Mongkut's University. The Japanese state-run telecommunications company dispatched 7 instructors to the center. It was Japan's first major project to develop human resources through international cooperation. Human resources development of faculty members was advanced. With ongoing assistance from Japan, the training center grew and in 1971 became a university. Experts from Japan can be seen at work, and Japan has continued to supply them. 170 have been sent as part of Japan's long-term commitment to human resource development.
เห็นอันนี้เนี่ยมีกันต่อไปก็จะทำให้ความสัมพันธ์ระหว่างรัฐบาลไทยรัฐบาลญี่ปุ่นหรือคนไทยคนญี่ปุ่นนั้นเนี่ยมีความเข้าใจที่ดีกันแล้วก็เป็นเพื่อนที่ดีกันตลอดไปครับ
日本とタイ両国の取り組みの結果、キングモンクット工科大学はアジア有数の工科系大学に成長しました。プロセスを大切に長期の視点で継続して取り組む。日本が目指そうとしてきました人づくりのコンセプトが国際協力の場で生かされようとしています。社会を実際に動かす法や慣習など、社会の仕組み作りが不十分なままでは人々の安全や権利が脅かされます。日本は近代化を進める中で技術の導入だけでなく海外の社会制度の日本への応用にも熱心に取り組んできました。国際協力でも自国に適した制度を生み出そうとする各国の努力を積極的に支援しようとしています。
Indonesia has a population of 200 million. Death in childbirth and infant mortality are very common. It was vital to improve the health service as quickly as possible. In 1989, JICA launched a 5-year family planning and maternal health project on the island of Java, and it was a great success. The key to this success was a system of using mother and baby health books, so JICA has continued to build a system around the health of mother and child. Here's one of the books. It records the progress of pregnancy and birth and the baby's subsequent immunizations. It also contains useful health care information for both mother and child. Japan itself introduced and adapted a health book system after the Second World War and found it a very effective way to reduce death in childbirth and infant mortality. Doctors who went from Indonesia to study in Japan were impressed by this system and put it to work back in Indonesia. Its success in Java has led to the system being extended throughout Indonesia. This public health centre also uses the notebooks. A maternity school, a forum for sharing information about pregnancy. Local midwives use the pink books as textbooks for classes on the key points of pregnancy and children's illnesses. Japanese experts play a purely supplementary role. The mothers are shown how to make entries in the books correctly. In this part of Indonesia, the health book system started just over a year ago. Even the health centre workers aren't completely familiar with it. But efforts continue to spread correct usage of the pink books. As of 2002, 21 of Indonesia's 30 states had introduced mother and baby health books.
Jelas dengan buku KIA, ibu hamil tersebut cepat mengetahui masalah-masalah kesehatan dan juga cepat meminta pertolongan kepada rumah sakit. Kemudian dia cepat tahu bahwa dia bermasalah atau tidak bermasalah pada masa kehamilannya.
Mother and baby health books, a well-established system in Japan, is now taking root in another country. Sharing successful social institutions is another feature of Japanese aid. After years of war, Cambodia is being rebuilt. Japan is cooperating in an initiative to create an effective legal system, the cornerstone of any nation governed by the rule of law. Cambodia's civil, commercial and criminal laws remained unestablished. The country operated under a patchwork of laws covering contracts, family and marriage matters, property ownership and transfer, and investment, a bare legal minimum to prevent social breakdown. Cambodia was eager to get going on the path to development, so formulating a proper legal system was an urgent requirement. In Phnom Penh, a seminar is being held on a new code of civil proceedings. The lecturer is a Japanese lawyer dispatched from Japan. Cambodians working in the courts and the Ministry of Justice want to know how the new code of civil proceedings will change judicial procedure. They ask for clarification on many detailed points.
カンボジア政府は2005年までに47の重要な法律を制定しようとしています。中でも国民の生活に直接関わる民法、民事訴訟法、いまだ暫定法に頼っている刑法、刑事訴訟法の4つの法律については最優先の課題として全力を尽くしています。
JICA not only supported the establishment of a new legal system, it also helped to educate the people who would work for it. In 2004, a class of 57 graduates from Cambodia's first lawyers' school took the oath. After graduating from university, they had spent a year studying at the lawyers' school and passed the bar examination. This school was set up by a committee of the Cambodian Bar Association with the help of the Japan Federation of Bar Associations and JICA. Ian Sopeak just graduated from the lawyers' school. Together with an experienced colleague, he set to work addressing problems involving poor people. They visited some villagers facing eviction from their land and explained that they should seek legal assistance. This kind of cooperation is an effective way to help Cambodians create their own systems and human networks and bring about social change.
日本の国際協力は ODA 政府開発援助と呼ばれる仕組みによって支えられています。その中核となっているのが二国間 ODA です。この二国間 ODA は3つの形で行われています。大規模な事業に低利の資金を提供する有償資金協力、 主に生活に密着する社会基盤整備に提供され、返済の必要がない無償資金協力、そして人づくりや社会の仕組みづくりのための技術協力の3つです。この3つの形を組み合わせることで、日本は各国の多様な要請に応えようとしています。